Hey guys, what's up? Bomb93 here. Bet you didn't expect to see me painting this beauty yet. But, as seen as I'm playing hockey in Camrose here, I guess I shouldn't have given away where I am, but as I am playing hockey, or as us Canadians like to call it our national sport, other than lacrosse, which truly is our national sport. Go figure, eh? Just making sure my sticks on nice. Besides playing hockey, I like playing video games. Especially ones made that are good. And then last night I was wondering about Sega, so I made myself a list of my top 10 Sega games. Now, bet you're wondering some other things about stuff like game industry, but game industry is, I'm just trying to work out the kinks. I mean, once I actually do get game industry up and running and doing a lot of studying, between studying and game industry, you might only see it once a month. Yeah, but yeah, anyways, here is my top 10 Sega games that should be good, that Sega should make and make good, so that they can succeed. And that's just after I watched Gaming Wildlife. If 100% honest with us, I do a lot of channel promos here, and I know not many people listen to my videos, but anyways, why not go into a top 10 about Sega and what kind of video games they should make? Anyways, where I start, I just want to give a shout out. These Power Nexus sticks are amazing.
Here's number 10.
Okay, number 10, Bayonetta. It's not hugely popular, but the one thing is, it looks really good from a consumer standpoint, and from my standpoint, it looks really good. I haven't bought the game. Bayonetta 2 just came out recently, that's why it's number 10 on the list. Give it another 2-3 years maybe, and maybe Bayonetta 3 will be even better than the first two. Yeah, that's why I kind of prefer Bayonetta. Just looks good. It's probably a really good game to play if you're into action shooters and stuff like that. That's pretty much my opinion on Bayonetta.
It's number 9.
Now, number 9, I know you're like, what's Vector Man? Well, in the 90s, Sega was not only trying to bring in Sonic, but they were trying to expand the company a little bit by bringing in more 3D platformers. And that's how we get Vector Man 1 and 2. And Vector Man in itself isn't a bad idea as a video game. I never really fell in love with it, but it has a very interesting playstyle as compared to Sonic, where it's more like a Mega Man versus Sonic, which is more like Mario. So you've got your own style of game there, and it's really interesting of how you actually bring it up. And that's one good thing that game has going for it. And unfortunately, I don't think a whole lot more platformers kind of use that Mega Man style and try and do something with it. Vector Man tried to do something with that, and I feel if there was a 3D Vector Man, people would fall off this Mega Man hype train and jump on Sega's hype train. Just saying, Sega. You don't have to take this video down.
Here's one. It's number 8.
Well, for number 8, I'm just going with the Sega sports games. They're old 2K games. I mean, they can't use the NFL rights anymore, but now that EA kind of has a monopoly on the NHL market, and let's be honest here, there are a whole lot more things that you can do with the NHL franchise than EA is doing with it right now. I'd honestly like to see somebody else try and take the horns from the EA juggernaut. I mean, the NBA is kind of full right now with the NBA 2K, but MLB. There really is only MLB The Show if you have a PlayStation. Baseball, football not really, but hockey and the stuff like that could really use a boost by other developers and companies trying to work on those games. Now, I'm not going into further saying PGA and stuff like that, but I feel like you could be successful if your game was actually good in those markets where EA has a monopoly right now. But if you're willing to try something, EA might step back a little bit and say, well, competition is actually good for us. Just say it, Sega. Just say it.
Stop. 7 time. Every time you see me.
Number 7, I had a hard time deciding between the Sonic Riders franchise and the Sonic and Sega All-Stars franchise. Mainly because the Sonic and Sega All-Stars franchise was a really good racing game. However, I also like the Sonic Riders racing franchise. Other than the fact that Free Riders looks like a total piece of shit because it's on Kinect. Yeah, I just used shit, but piece of crap on the Xbox 360, which is a very good console. I mean, it doesn't look crappy, but the controls are crappiest. So, Sonic Riders 4, once again, should be a game that has to use a controller. Now, I'm pulling out my Wii U controller, and I could pull out my Xbox 360 controller. God damn it. Cord's tangled up. But, yeah. Either one of these two controllers, well, probably Xbox One, PS4, but I feel like a Sonic Riders game would do really good. Now, I'm not so sure that Zero Gravity was any good on the Wii, but I know it was really good on the PS2, and it actually was almost better than the first one on PS2, and I really like the PS2 Sonic Riders games. If you haven't checked out my games guide yet, link will be in the description below. I would recommend go checking it out. Just saying. Anyways, yeah. And Sega All-Stars, Racing Transform was really good, but I haven't played the original, but apparently those two games are very recommended in that kind of dimension. Let's say it was really good, so why don't you try it? I haven't tried out the first one, mainly because I just don't want to try out the first one, because the second one was really good anyways, and I kind of like. And I feel if they brought a third one, it'd kind of be like more like, okay, yeah, they're actually trying to stick along with this instead of just falling away in the past. Let's be honest, that's probably why I have this at number 7 and not higher up on this list.
Every time it's 6s, you can't really stop.
At number 6, we have kind of a game if you didn't own an Xbox or a Dreamcast, you would know nothing about. There's a game called Jet Set or Jet Grind Radio. I want a third version of that game with the remake of Jet Set or Jet Grind Radio Future on every console. Now, maybe even put the first one on consoles too. Like, put the first and the second one on the same disc, and then make the third one, which is, and you know what? That would be really cool. I haven't tried out the games, but I would assume that they have a little bit of a funky control mechanism, but I mean, I'm fine with that. I really like to see the Jet Grind Radio 3. Now, Sega can make it as funky as 90s as they want, and I wouldn't care. I know other people cared when Splatoon was total 90s, kind of that cool, oh, chickens are so fresh, you know. But I kind of like that about some games. They just don't try and they don't try and like over, they just have that cool old dimension to it, and it makes it really cool. Like, Splatoon was really cool when it came out, because it had those 90s. But it wears off quickly, but, I mean, this would be a game I think that would last a long time in the industry if it was good. So, Sega, please, Trackman Radio 3 with remakes of 1 and 2 on all consoles, please. That being said, don't expect them to be don't be expecting them to be quite as good on as their actual predecessors. Just saying. But anyway, Sega, take my advice. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, and then Jet Gun Radio. You got money, go right there.
Here's number 5.
Now, number 5, if you don't know the Sega Master System, which I don't, you will never have heard of this Alex Kidd person. Now, Alex Kidd was Sega's old mascot before one blue hedgehog came about. Yeah, that one blue hedgehog kind of stole the show from said kid. But I feel they brought Alex Kidd back from the dead, per se, that he would have a little bit of success, because he plays a lot more, like, I know how I've said Vector Man already, but Alex Kidd plays more like an old school Mario, whereas Sonic can be more of a new school Mario, and it'd be really fun playing as, and I think Sega is, in Sega All-Star, they do have Alex Kidd in there, so I would actually look for a new Alex Kidd game to come out sometime soon, but I'm not sure. Anyways, number 5, Alex Kidd, please bring him back, because, I mean, Sonic can't do it all on his own. Just saying.
Number 4's on its way.
Now, number 4 takes me back to the Sega Genesis era, and one lucky Dolphin named Echo. Now, I'm really gone too in-depth into the games because I have the PS2 50-game collection and I haven't really played the original, but I really feel like that would be a good original game on said system. Now, I could be completely wrong and Echo the Dolphin 4 would suck, but at least you have that 3D sense and not just simply 2D. And plus you can have analog controls where he actually swims down and swims up in like more of a fluid motion than you have on the Genesis. Let's be honest, the Genesis controller was not the best, but also, I mean, back in the day, Nintendo, they were just trying to compete with this. Nintendo D-pad people, ruining every other console developer since 1985. Yeah, that's kind of what I think about Echo the Dolphin, and I feel like it would be a really good game. That's why I have it at number 4 on this list. Therefore, you know, half of these games you might not even have heard of them. I'm going to give you a warning. There are a couple of games you might not have heard of on the next 3, but I really feel that if they got a remake or tried to rechange their brand completely, they would be successful. Just a warning. So on to number 3.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, it's number 3.
So with number 3, we have the Golden Axe franchise. Now, if you played Gauntlet, and Gauntlet was a popular arcade game back in the 80s, you could pick your character, and it was kind of more like an action-adventure game. Thus bringing up the point, you can have a Golden Axe that kind of acts like Skyrim, or you can take it the RPG route. And I wouldn't care if it just all of a sudden they just decided, you know what, let's scrap the whole action-adventure Golden Axe thing and make it into an RPG. Now, let's be honest, I'd prefer it more to stay in the action-adventure style because, I mean, they need a competitor with Legend of Zelda and Skyrim and Dark Souls, and they could make Golden Axe the hardest style of Legend of Zelda that includes 4-player simultaneous play. Now, the Monster Hunters, like those kind of games all over, and yet Sega just, meh. We have this old Golden Axe franchise, we don't technically use it anymore, just kind of sitting there. Well, here's the thing, if they made a good version of Golden Axe, it'd be pretty good, and I don't necessarily hate a game like that. Now, that's why it's number 3 on this list. I feel like there's a couple of games that could be better than it, but this one, they made it really good. I would probably be lined up buying it. Just...
Ciao. It's Black Goose.
Well, number 2. Now, oh boy, where do I begin? Have you heard of Dynamite Heavy? And yes, that is a Genesis game. I'm not sure many people have heard of it. It plays a lot like Rayman, except for instead of his arms that are kind of, you have Dynamite Heady's head. And I kind of like the platforming action. It's fun. It's really cool for a game that doesn't really, you can't really explain it all that well on a video. I'd have to give a video of me playing it on PS3. But I felt it was really good on PS3, and you can kind of take that now into a 3D, a third-dimensional analysis, and it'd be really good today. And, I mean, Rayman's kind of extinct, or they went back to their 2D roots with Rayman Origins, even though their 3D game, Rayman 3, was pretty good. I kind of like to see a 3D version of this game, but the chances of that happening is not very good. But, you know, at the same point, I'd like to say, yeah, I'd like to see one of these games on Sega Genesis, like, turned into a 3D game, and probably this one would be one I'd line up for because it was pretty awesome back in the Genesis era. So, without much further ado, Sega, please, I know not many people are asking for it, but just bring back Dynamite Heady. Please, it was really cool, and I really think you should bring it back.
And anyways, here's number 1!
Okay, number 1 might surprise you, but considering it's Sega's cash cow and has been since 1991, Sonic the Hedgehog is on this list. It's number 1 on this list. Now, let's be honest here, their 3D games have sucked, other than the fact that Lost World and Generations were kind of like, meh. Sonic Colors is apparently really good. Sonic 3D Blast, I kind of feel was in the meh category too. Now, I'd kind of like to see a Sonic Adventure 3, let's be honest here, because Sonic Adventure 2 was a 15th anniversary game of Sonic the Hedgehog, and it was okay. But what I'd like to see in Sonic Adventure 3 is a Sonic story and a Shadow story where they end up coming together some point halfway through the game and they end up working together into a mixed story where you can either where you can choose your character and play those levels out like a Sonic Rush style of game, but then you have your side stories like your Blaze, your Silvers, your Amy's, stuff like that, but be careful how you use those side stories. Like, I mean, be more like on the side of a Sonic running style, except for maybe Shadow the Hedgehog, or no, Silver. My goodness. Sonic has way too many characters, I just realized. But put Silver in a style where he kind of uses his psychokinetic powers, and just kind of makes animal, and you can hop into one robot, make him destroy a whole bunch, and then make the robot destroy itself from the inside. That would be kind of cool. However, at the same time, you're going to have Eggman and Metal Sonic, which you don't necessarily need to play as in order to have a good game. Now, let's be honest, you played as Eggman in Sonic Adventure 2, and it sucked. But let's be honest, if you had a chance to play as maybe Metal Sonic and try and beat Shadow and Sonic at the same time, it'd be kind of cool, but let's be honest, you're probably going to lose anyways. Yeah, so that's kind of my opinion on the top 10 Sega franchises. Like I said, check out my Games Grabber. I'm still working on it. Unfortunately, I haven't been on Games Grabber in a while. Check out my Instagram, my Twitter. Instagram, I won't post a link up, but I did post a link up on one of the other videos. I can't remember, but check out my other videos too, because, I have other top 10s, I have news, gonna have game industry soon, hopefully. I have Twitch streams, but I don't post them up on YouTube. And I play games like Town of Salem, where I like to communicate with the fans of the Bomb 93. Now, not sure if you guys want to come and say hi, but, if I've never played Town of Salem, TH3 Bomb 93, search me up. You will find me. You guys play Town of Salem. I'm usually not Sonic, unless I'm really pissed off about some Sonic Sonic, or Sonic sucks. And I'm on the Squidboards too, so, I try and keep my communication with the Squidboards quite up high, so if you have talked with me on Squidboards, I am more than willing to listen to anybody, anything about Splatoon, Mario Kart, and games that I really like Sonic. Unfortunately, Sonic's games lately have been kind of more meh than good. Sonic Generations was actually really good, because I completed that game. I was like, it's good. It was really good. I actually did recently purchase Sonic 2 3D. Now, oh my goodness, the 3D effect in that game is so good on so many levels, because it is just so interesting what Sega can do on the 3D for a classic a classic Sonic game, and it was really good. I'm like, why don't more people buy the 3D Sonic games on the 3D Sonic 1's on the 3DS, 3D Sonic 2 is now on the 3DS, and the 3D Straits of Rage! Come on, people! Buy your 3D Sega games! They're really good. Classic reboots on a 3D console when the games originally themselves weren't 3D at all. So don't be afraid to check them out. Anyways, that's my opinion on those. Give you my new opinion. Anyways, that's my time for today, guys. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. I make new videos every once in a while, whenever I actually have an idea to talk about, and or when my game industry is actually completed. Until next time, guys, I'm the Bomb 93. Stay bomby.